This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Monday, the 21st day of March in the year 2022. I'm Gordon Mosley, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The Ministry of Education has made a decision to fully reopen all public schools for face-to-face full-time learning from the 25th of April across the country. While most public schools have been reopened for months, many of the classes were still continuing virtually, and some classes were only held on specific days. Education Minister Priya Manik Chan today said that the reopening after the Easter holidays will be done in a staggering approach.
After the Easter holiday, there's a staggered reopening not to shock the system after this 2 years of closure. So within the first week, grades will be going out back at different dates. We'll announce that shortly. With the last grade being grade 7 and nursery the following week. Grade 7 in the primary, in secondary, and grades 1 and 2 in primary, and then nursery 1. We are trying to make sure our schools are equipped and ready for sanitizing and hand washing and toilets flushing and so on.
Schools in Guyana closed their doors in March of 2020 following the first set of cases of COVID-19. As the virus continued to spread across the country, schools remained closed to face-to-face learning. However, classes continued virtually. Last September, the ministry made a decision to begin the phased reopening of schools, but still left it up to the schools themselves to decide on the frequency of in-person classes. Today, the Minister of Education said that after 2 years, schools are now better prepared for face-to-face classes.
We have consolidated all the curricula. So from grades 1 to 9, we have shaved off things that are not necessary. We've made the curriculum into a 20-week curriculum. We have completely changed the way grade 6 is going to be written. We've taken off the grade 6 segment completely, and it stops at grade 5. We are retraining teachers in how to deliver this consolidated curricula. We expect that if you will do the grade before when you go into school, so students who go into school in September at grade 4 will really be doing grade 3's work. Then when they come up in the 20 weeks, then they move on to grade 4. When they go into grade 5, they'll begin with grade 4 work and then move up as their competency levels build.
The Education Ministry has been concerned about learning loss over the past 2 years of the pandemic and the impact on children and the nation's education system. Just recently, the ministry launched a door-to-door campaign which went in search of students who have not been turning up for their classes. The Education Minister said one of the key issues that will be tackled in the new school term is illiteracy.
We are also starting off, and you're going to see an assault on illiteracy. You'll see an entire national program rolled out to recover from the literacy loss we would have had, and all the gains we would have made that went down the drain in 2 years. You're going to see an assault on that. We're going to shortly be announcing how we're going to do that. In short, every single student is going to be diagnosed. We are issuing a diagnostic for mathematics, English, and social studies and science, the 4 core. Every student will be diagnosed, and each student will be attended to individually to make sure that we recover from the COVID loss. But the aim eventually is to make sure every single student at grade 2 is a reader. And so COVID gave us that opportunity to have a relook at our entire literacy program.
The government, through the Ministry of Education, will also be supporting parents more this year with preparing their children for school. Earlier this year, additional funds were approved in the budget for the Because We Care cash grant and the uniform allowance. A date, however, has not been set for the disbursement of those funds. More news coming up in just a moment.
How fast is fiber? Think fast. GTT Fiber has 3 packages with download speeds of 50, 100, and 150 megabits per second. That's fast enough to stream movies and music, to chat with Gran and Fran, to study, and more. What would you do? Upgrade to GTT Fiber today and don't get left behind tomorrow. Live your fantasy at Fantasy Gaming Lounge. Win big daily. Millions in cash prizes every week. Now located at Giftland Mall, Fantasy Gaming Lounge, the best bet in
Social media is a great way to stay connected, and let's face it, who doesn't like likes? Whether you're showing off that great outfit or celebrating a work promotion, your first priority should be staying safe online. So shop only on secure websites, those with URLs that begin with HTTPS. Never overshare, including your location with strangers online. Configure your Facebook privacy settings to only share your photos and other personal information with family and close friends. You can be social, but it's important to be safe online.
Combo pack of we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best. Best value to how you feeling. Ole cheesy, too much ripples and more combo pack of flavors galore, yeah. Combo pack of we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best.
Sunshine Snacks Combo Pack, now with a new look and new mix. Grab your pack today.
Best mix, so we feeling best.
In just 2 years, oil production earned Guyana a whopping $608 million. These funds are being used to build bridges, roads, and other infrastructure to improve the lives of all Guyanese.
Give me one dembe for my whole family. Their bread is tasty. Dembe bakery.
Baked with love and passion by our dedicated team of fine bakers, we give you Dembake. With the same great quality you're used to, we now have a slightly new look. Here in Land of Canaan, we are ready to give you even more. Don't wait until you're hungry. Reach for a slice of Dembake.
Dembe.
Dembake, healthy, wholesome living.
It's here! Introducing the MyGPL Customer Portal, a convenient way to access all your account information in one location. To sign up, it's easy. Simply go to https:/my.gplinc.com. After signing up, you will receive a confirmation email. Once logged in, view your postpaid account, monitor your consumption, view current charges and payment history, retrieve current and previous bills, and submit meter readings. MyGPL Customer Portal. Access to all your account information from your PC, tablet, or mobile phone at your convenience. Sign up today. For more information, contact our customer call center on 226-2600.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100.
A number of employees of the Ministry of Health's Diamond Drug Bond were arrested today as investigations continue to reports of larceny at the bond. One of the employees arrested is facing additional investigations and charges after 2 guns with ammunition were found in his car along with a large sum of cash during the larceny probe, and he made 2 attempts to bribe police officers who were conducting the investigations, the Guyana Police Force has reported. In a statement, the police force explained that while it was conducting the larceny probe, it searched a car belonging to one of the suspects. In the car, the investigators found a 9mm pistol without a magazine and 2 rounds of 9mm ammunition. The investigators also found a .38 pistol with a magazine containing 7 matching rounds and a large quantity of cash along with other ammunition. The vehicle owner, while being cautioned about the offense, requested that the officers strike a deal with him before the matter reaches the station. The man and the other staffers were taken to the Golden Grove police station where they were placed under arrest. It was there that the man offered investigators over $1.7 million in cash to not charge him. When he was told of the offense of attempting to corrupt an officer, the police said the suspect increased his offer to over $4.5 million in cash, which was found in the bag in his car. He was told of an additional bribery charge and kept in custody. Investigators have now broadened their probe into the larceny at the government bond and the discovery of the guns and ammunition and the large sum of cash in the vehicle of one of the employees. The number of active COVID-19 cases in the country continues to fall as the spread of the virus dwindles across Guyana. In the past 24 hours, only one new case has been recorded, taking the total number of active cases to under 140, which represents the lowest number of active cases recorded in more than a year. The spread of the virus in Guyana has been falling over the past few weeks. Since the start of March, health officials have confirmed less than 250 new cases of the virus and only 7 deaths. With the majority of COVID-19 restrictions lifted, the Health Ministry is still encouraging persons to continue to practice the safety guidelines. Dr. Anthony also revealed that the majority of hospitalized new cases are persons who are unvaccinated. He is reminding persons that vaccines are still available and those who are still to be vaccinated should make a decision to get vaccinated to ensure they are fully protected against the virus. Let's tell you now that 132 students from across the country will be trained in the development of artificial intelligence software and leadership skills. Under the SPARK program, students from the secondary and tertiary institutions will engage in 8-week-long training programs, and that will be supported by 2 overseas-based Guyanese who work in the field. The two, Dr. Jason Mars and Dr. Dennis Hilleman, want to see more Guyanese develop skills in leadership and artificial intelligence. They will be working together with the National Center for Educational Resources Development and CERD. At the launching of the program today, Minister of Education Priya Manik-Chan said that while the current curriculum does not expose students to that level of teaching, schools in the future will benefit.
We see it as our duty as a state to give you the platform and the circumstances and to give you the environment that will make you flourish and grow and be all that you can be for yourself, for your families, for your community, and for this world.
The Education Minister said it is now becoming even more critical for students to do more than just pass those exams. She believes learning new skills and knowledge remains key to their development.
So the ideal child we see exiting the secondary sector should be competent not only in academics, but in a sport, in music, in an instrument, in another language, in volunteerism, and in TVET subjects. Competent as opposed to passing CXC. So we're not talking necessarily about writing them at exams, but we're looking for a rounded individual who can take up this space you're given in the world. Own your space. Be creative. Create and pass on some of this goodness to the rest of the world.
The SPARK program, according to the organizers, will feature 2 sections of learning from a standpoint of leadership. It will also feature the artificial intelligence aspect of things, where students are going to be exposed to building artificial intelligence software on a new platform. One of the facilitators and organizers, Dr. Dennis Hilleman, said that while there is a need for technology, there is also the aspect in which persons must ensure that it does not harm the society while also creating good leaders.
I know that one of Guyana's digital transformational goals is to capture the development of ideas and technology. And that's really good. Our goal with SPARK is to support that by sparking creativity in everyone to power new innovations. But we just don't want to impart knowledge. We want you to have confidence and self-belief to generate ideas from the knowledge to make our world a better place by adding value to others. This is the essence of the leadership track of SPARK.
Dr. Hilleman also noted that when the program comes to an end, students will be in a better position to create. On the side of artificial intelligence, Dr. Jason Mars explained that artificial intelligence technology has been with the world for many years, yet Guyana has not truly benefited from the industry. He's hoping that the new initiative will change that.
There's what we call the SPARK lead track, where students learn that mindset for leadership, that mindset for innovation and change making, that Denise is running. So she's running that track. And then there's an AI technical track, the Spark AI technical track, which is a track that teaches how to code, how to build using tools that represent the same tools that are used by the biggest companies in the world to build artificial intelligence products and services. And so in that track, the students that program will culminate in the students actually building a real AI product that could be launched to the world and be sold on a global scale, which will funnel economic outcomes and value from the global market into the local region.
The program will not depend on any funding from the Ministry of Education or the government. Legal matters to report now. In keeping with this push to overhaul and modernize the country's legislative landscape, the Guyana government has commenced the consolidation and revision of all of the laws of Guyana. According to a statement from the Attorney General's chambers, the revision also includes principal and subsidiary legislation. The last consolidation and revision exercise was carried out prior to 2012. The exercise produced a 2012 revised edition of the laws of Guyana. The ministry said the process took place nearly 12 years ago, and a plethora of new laws have been promulgated since. Incorporating those laws into principal legislation and the consolidation of them have become necessary, the Attorney General Chambers said. The Consolidation and Revision Initiative is a collaborative effort between the Law Revision Commission, a unit within the Attorney General's Chambers, and the Improved Access to Justice in the Caribbean project. The exercise is being spearheaded by the Regional Law Revision Center Incorporated, an Anguilla company. The Chamber of the Attorney General said the time is therefore ripe to produce a new volume of the laws of Guyana which is current, comprehensive, and accurate. Quite importantly, the Attorney General's office said the process will also see the rectification of several deficiencies which afflicted the last revision exercise. Work has already started on the process and is expected to be completed by February of next year. A U.S. citizen who family members thought had been kidnapped after they received a photograph of him with his mouth covered with duct tape has been found alive and well at the Hatfield Street Hotel. The man, 29-year-old Rohan Kirpal Mangra, has since told investigators that he was not abducted and went to the hotel of his own free will. His relatives filed a complaint to the police on the 17th of March, 2 days after losing all contact with him and receiving a photograph of him via WhatsApp showing him with duct tape around his mouth. The police immediately launched an investigation. Acting on information on Sunday, the police visited the hotel on Hatfield Street, where the man was found relaxing and explained that he was never kidnapped. He was taken into custody, and several other persons have been arrested. Investigators are now probing the incident as a kidnapping hoax, which could result in criminal charges. Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc.
Live your fantasy at Fantasy Gaming Lounge. Win big daily. Millions in cash prizes every week. Now located at Giftland Mall, Fantasy Gaming Lounge, the best bet in town.
Farfan & Mendes is committed to promoting development through quality, service, and integrity. Customers are guaranteed genuine products, reliability, and excellence in service. Their corporate head office at Providence affords you the added convenience of a spacious showroom with secured parking. Farfan & Mendes continues to offer their valued customers a wide range of genuine and affordable German-engineered equipment. They're leading the way in clean, green alternative energy solutions with industry-leading brands of solar equipment. So visit their showroom at Providence and enjoy efficient and courteous service. Farfan & Mendes, offering you solutions you can depend on.
You taste the cheese, you hear the crunch. Grab a zoomers and zoom into fun. And with the first taste, you feel like you don't want it done. Blast off to a whole new place with every single bite. The cheesy goodness, bring your taste buds alive. So let's just zoom into fun with this wheel-shaped light. Zoomers, zoomers, zoom into fun.
This is Mocha.
In addition to 2% royalty, did you know that Guyana earns 50% of the profits from oil production? More than any one of the Stabroek Block co-venturers, ExxonMobil, Hess and Sinnock. And by 2026, the government is expected to export 50 million barrels of oil per year, which can earn as much as $4 billion.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Across the region tonight in Belize, Britain's Prince William and his wife Kate danced with Belizean villagers on the second day of their Caribbean tour. The arrival of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to the Central American country coincides with the celebration of Queen Elizabeth's 70th year on the throne and comes at a time of growing scrutiny of past British conduct in the Caribbean. Before the couple had even left Britain, a local protest prompted organizers to change their planned itinerary on Sunday in Belize, which was known until 1973 as British Honduras. Their visit takes place nearly 4 months after Barbados voted to become a republic, cutting ties with Britain's monarchy but remaining part of the British-led Commonwealth of Nations. An event for the Duke and Duchess planned for Sunday morning in the southern village of Indian Creek was cancelled after a few dozen residents staged a protest on Friday. Villagers said they were upset that the couple's helicopter was given permission to land on a soccer field without prior consultation. Locals are also in a land dispute with a conservation group backed by the royal family. In Brazil, a memorial for 233 people killed during landslides and flash flooding in the Brazilian city of Petrópolis has been destroyed by heavy rain. At least 5 people died and 4 have been missing since Sunday evening. Residents shared videos on social media of the symbolic white crosses floating away as rain continued to devastate the city. The 233 crosses had been set up in the city center on the 15th of March to mark 1 month since February's tragedy. The memorial was organized by survivors of the landslides and victims' families in memory of those who died and to keep pressure on the authorities to continue the search for those still missing. And finally tonight, international news. US President Joe Biden held a phone call with European leaders today to discuss the ongoing war in Ukraine. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson was on the call, as was Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and French President Emmanuel Macron. In a statement, the White House said that the leaders discussed their serious concerns about Russia's brutal tactics in Ukraine, including its attacks on civilians. The statement said that they underscored their continued support for Ukraine, including by providing security assistance to the brave Ukrainians who are defending their country from Russian aggression, and humanitarian assistance to the millions of Ukrainians who have fled the violence. Mr. Biden is scheduled to travel to Europe later this week for meetings with NATO, the EU, and G7 allies in Brussels. He will also host a bilateral meeting with the Polish president. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.